just how quickly do you think it's going to take for a rebound to come back up? I mean, obviously the SoftBank news is driving this, but
Oh, you're talking about the market.
yeah, what do you
Yeah,
think about that?
there's some of that. I don't want to outguess the market. It's much too hard. The economy is coming roaring back. Okay, the jobs number on Friday was spectacular, and I want to add a point. I mentioned this on this hit. We did some numbers this morning. This idea that there are no low-end jobs being created. Okay, so the typical low-wage areas of leisure and hospitality, so read restaurants and hotels, retail trade, read small stores, and healthcare, 5.9, 7 million. 7 million of the nearly 11 million jobs created in the last 4 months have been, quote, lower end. The majority of the jobs, just want to make that point because factually it is untrue and it's being spread around and it needs to be challenged. Just like, I will say, when the other team says that the POTUS's tax cuts favored the higher end people, that is simply not true. The biggest wage gains from the tax cuts pre-pandemic were from the middle and lower end of the income spectrum. And once again, the biggest job gains we're seeing are coming from the middle and lower end of the job spectrum. Having said that, I'm sure we can do better, but that's my point. I just want to make that point. I don't have much more to add this morning, but
Larry, for people who are sitting at home that are out of jobs and they're wondering what is the White House doing to get members of Congress to agree to some sort of coronavirus stimulus?
well, of course, we've provided an eviction moratorium, as you know, by executive order. Look, we are, Senator McConnell, Senate leader, is going to unveil a package, a targeted package today. It's going to cover key areas, healthcare, education, the economy. We've been pushing them and pushing the other side. Please, if we can find 5 or 6 things to agree on, let's just do it. That's all. That's been our view. The president has led. He's put his own EOs out, executive orders on payroll taxes and unemployment assistance and eviction moratorium and student loans. He's doing it alone because the Congress won't do it. I think that's regrettable. Good for the president. Anything we can do to keep the economy. Economy's tremendous rebound here, self-sustaining recovery, at least 20% in the third quarter. It's a V-shaped recovery. But Congress, let's get a deal. Let's get a deal. I just want to emphasize those numbers because I saw some people over the weekend, some friends of mine on the other team, a lot of friends on the other team, saying that the low end's not being helped. It is. I'm sorry. More than half of the jobs created in the last 4 months as we recover from the terrible pandemic are actually lower end jobs. Excuse me. It's just not true. I don't mind the criticism, but let's stick to the facts, please.
I've seen those numbers too. When you say more than half, are you talking about 51%? Or are you talking?
It's about 60 plus percent. I'll just tell you the numbers, okay? Leisure and hospitality, plus 4.2 million. That's a typical low end. Retail trade, small stores and so forth, plus 1.7. Healthcare, plus 1.1. The total is 7 million. We created nearly 11 million jobs, 10.6 to be precise. I think it's going to be about 65%. I'll look at the ratio for you. I'm sorry, I should have had that.
Right.
I did it just before I came on.
But then the other 50%
40,
are
40.
high-end jobs, right?
Yeah, God forbid. Heavens to Betsy. High-end jobs
So it still is true that more than half
are
of
low-end
the
jobs.
are high-end jobs.
No, please. I just read them to you.
Okay.
7 million are the low-end jobs
Right.
out of 10.6 million.
Okay.
You do the math. The proportion is much greater at the low end. Come on, you're a smart guy.
Okay.
You can get that.
Larry,
I don't mind these are friends of mine, but please get this. Just stay with the facts, okay? And all right, sorry.
Larry,
Yes,
on
ma'am.
manufacturing jobs.
Yeah.
The campaign touts over 600,000 manufacturing jobs pre-COVID. The recent job report suggests that 700,000 fewer people are employed in manufacturing. So isn't that fewer manufacturing jobs post-COVID?
Let me look at that. I honestly don't know those numbers. I know manufacturing is rising, but I apologize. I have to look at those numbers. I don't want to answer.
And do you know that you mentioned
We had a. I know pre-pandemic, we
Yeah.
had a big surge. I'm going to say 650, 700,000. But again, cut me a little slack. If you want to text me or email me, I'll give you the exact figures.
Okay, great. Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot.
Real
Yeah.
quick, the Senate Republicans are unveiling this week the $500 billion.
Well, I don't know what the number is. I don't want to outguess that, but they are. It's a more targeted package.
Does the White House prefer the 1.3 trillion number that Mark Meadows mentioned last week?
Oh, we will work through that. I'm not going to negotiate here.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'd be happy to cover you on